Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to go over how to import a mesh for your character, and I'm also going to go over how to make sure that you're working in the right unit scale between your 3D package and Unreal. So let's get started. I want you to take notice that if we open up our my player script or blueprint and go under viewport, we'll notice that we'll see the capsule, which is pretty much representation of the collision when you collide with other objects in the world. Now we want to set up the capsule to be the correct size for a human being, and I want to make sure it's correct for a one-to-one scale. So we'll notice that the capsule, if we go over to the right side, we'll see the capsule half height is 90. I have it set up as 91. And why is it 91? Because a 6-foot average human is about 182 centimeters, and Unreal works in centimeters. So one Unreal unit equal 1 centimeter. So 182 centimeters divided by half is 91, and this is the half height of our capsule. So this will be total into 182 centimeters, as high as a 6-foot human. We're also going to see the character class also comes in with a mesh inherit, and it's asking to input a mesh. It's asking for a skeletal mesh, so we can't just get in a static mesh and stick it in here. It has to be a skeletal mesh. So I'm going to show you how to do that, but first let's go to Max and show you how to set up scales. So we're right here in Max. To make sure you're working in centimeters in 3D Max, you go to Customize, go to Unit Setup, and click on Metric, and make sure you're working into centimeters. Hit OK, and you're good to go. So what I have set up here is just I created just a capsule that is 180. Well, originally it was 182 centimeters high, but then I said I want to make sure, because I'm going to place a camera up here, which is placement of the head, I don't want the camera to be inside the capsule. So what I did is I took off about 20 centimeters from this main capsule. So this is 162 centimeters high, and then I just created two other capsules for just as arm representation. Right. So now there's another issue. When I created this, it's not looking into our x-axis in the positive. So what we can do is I can just take my capsule, attach these two guys, and then I'm going to rotate into 90 degrees. Right, now he's looking, or our character is looking into positive x. All right, that's perfect. Now we're going to export this as FBX. So we're going to go Max, Export, Export selected. I already have one here. I'm going to go copy over it. And remember, we're doing it as FBX. I'm going to hit replace. You want to make sure smoothing groups is on. I don't have any animation, so I'm going to leave it empty. And I'm going to go down here and make sure it's through centimeters. Hit OK. And now we're good to go. I'm also going to show you how to set up the units in Maya, just in case you're working in Maya. So in Maya, you want to do Windows, Settings and Preferences, and then you go down to Settings, and then you set to centimeters. I just want to make sure to cover that, just in case some of you are working within Maya. All right, now let's go back to Unreal. I'm going to close my player blueprint, open my folder which my FBX is in, and I'm just going to make actually a new folder here called, rename it, call it meshes. And within the meshes folder, I'm going to drag in my FBX. Wait for it. Now, this pop-up window will open. The first thing you'll see is import as skeletal. Yes, I definitely want to do that. And then I think everything else we should leave as default because there's nothing else in here or special to that mesh I have. Import animations, I don't have any. Import materials and textures, sure. Import. Could not find a bind pose, which is fine. I don't have one right now because there's no animation. All right, now we have our character that gives you your mesh, your skeletal, and your physics assets. All right, now let's open once more the my player blueprint. Go to the mesh, and under skeletal mesh, we can just hit the none, and it's gonna find our mesh right here. And if we go to viewport, we're gonna find our guy right here. Now it's going to be a little bit, it's sitting on the 0, 0, and our capsule is a little bit down. I'm not sure why, so I'm just gonna move it down. We can go also the left view here, and we move it down. There we go. Move it back to perspective. Okay, now we have our character with the missing head. The second thing I want to do here is put in a camera, which is going to representation of the point of view. I know it comes in with the original camera or a default camera when you hit play, but I want to adjust my own camera so I know exactly where the head is, where the eyes is, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and under add component, I'm going to just type in camera, hit enter. I'm going to call it first person. Now I just noticed my player came in still wrong for some reason. He's still looking at the Y, and so I want to make sure. I should have been right, but we can fix this easily. Within here, we'll just rotate him 90 degrees. Oops, not that, not the camera, but my mesh. Oh, he's already rotated for some reason, so I'm gonna just hit 0, and he's correct now. There we go. Now he's looking at the correct rotation. All right. Now the camera is set at 0, 0, so I don't want to do that. I want the camera to be as high as my player, so I'm gonna set it as 91. Maybe a little bit low because 91 is pretty much the height of the head, so maybe about 2 inches down or 3 inches down. So I'm gonna make it 89. And then I'm gonna, now he's just, the camera's sitting right on between the shoulders. Of course, that's not how it is with us humans. Our eyes is a little bit forward, like around here. So we move it a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so compile, save, minimize this, and let's test it out. Oh, something wrong. Now our rotation is not working anymore, and I'll show you why. As you can see, what's happening is I can't move up and down, or I'm just moving left and right. And the reason for this is under camera, it's make sure you have use pawn control rotation, which is going to use the controls that we have set up. So save, compile, play, and there we go. I can look down, see my body, move around, jump, my player jumps, and there we have it. All right, so in the next tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up a matinee, and I'm going to show you what I ran into creating my own matinee when I tried to rotate the player upside down and so on. So, all right, thank you so much. And if you like this video, please subscribe, like the video, and if you have any comments, please leave me some comments. All right, thank you so much. Bye.